a little drama went down right before Charity's date, and that was, like, the moment when Kat had pulled Zach aside, took him out of the room. Obviously, like, Charity was all ready to go. What were your thoughts in that moment? Because we saw some women like Brooklyn who were really rubbed the wrong way. Where were you at? Were you like, "Okay, like, it's not that this is a game, but, like, the name of the game in a way," or were you kind of very put off too?
I think the best way to give advice to someone and relate to them, because I felt like at some point I kind of had to step in, is to understand where they're coming from. So I understood where both women were coming from. I felt like the action itself was not respectful, and if I were in the position of Charity, it would hurt like my feelings. So I feel like I really wanted to for Kat and I to be on the same understanding, and I wanted to relate to her and
Mhm.
have her not feel attacked, because I felt like in the situation with Brooklyn, it was much more aggressive in a group setting. I have a lot of sensitivities for like one person being called out in a group setting. Just don't like the way that feels. I don't like for it to be like a 5 against 1. So that
Mhm.
tapped into like a sensitivity of mine. And then I just wanted to make sure that Kat understood that we still like support her. We're still like a group. Like our season was just so respectful and kind. So
Right.
that was so outside the scope of what we'd really experienced to such an extent before, especially the smaller group.
Mhm.
So I wanted to make sure that Kat understood, listen, what you did was not an action that I align with. I don't agree. I wouldn't do something like this. It's okay. I understand it. The setting makes like we're all pursuing the same person. The setting makes people feel very heightened emotions. We're all like, we all want the time with him. We all want the time with Zach. But this is just not the way you go about doing that. And this is just not the kindest thing to do to someone before they have their day.
Mhm.
Everyone always gets their day. So you have to be patient and you have to make sure that you're not like encroaching on someone else's time, because you wouldn't want that to happen to you.
Right.
So I just really didn't like that, because I wouldn't do that to someone else. And I don't think it's even in line with like the personality that Kat has and the person that she is. So I felt like she was
Mhm.
acting outside the scope of her like empathy.
Yeah. I definitely agree that this being in this situation, this scenario where you're so removed from any sort of normalcy that you experience on a daily life, like, it really does heighten everything.